The movers and the shakers, number one, never let somebody censor you.
I am a native of Dabo.
Go back to the Holy Quran for solutions. Now the Quran of Shah.
And you know Abdul Nasr, Imam Mahmoud Alhaji Abdulai Imam Mustafa.
Look at your beauty beyond your physical appearance.
Why not join me, Abdul-Jalil Naabeli, the son of Musa Kumo, as my guests and I throw you to life-changing stories. Thank you so very much, and you are welcome to my Northern Achiever once again. And it's always a delight to come your way with the program. My name remains Abdul-Jalil Naabeli, and today I have another great personality in my midst here at Ghana Hotel. And I always tell you that Ghana Hotel is the best hotel you can ever find here in Tamale in the north, and one of the best in the whole of the country. My opinion today is simply about bush burners. You know, a lot of the times, Northerners especially, love to burn the bush because we say we go for hunting. And, you know, sometimes this bush burning leads to a lot of, you know, atrocities. People's farms being burnt, people's, you know, farm produce being burnt, and all the, you know, efforts that they keep in ensuring that they get their yields and make something for themselves and the society as a whole becomes an exercise in futility. And so, for me, I believe that there is the need for a lot of sensitization, especially by the NADMO and the Ghana National Fire Service, so that at least we can see how best we all can join hands, sensitize the public, so that at least we would at least tone down on the way we burn bush in especially the dry season. As for we, the citizenry, we have to also sensitize ourselves. We need to really change our attitudes about certain things. Assuming you do not go to do that so-called hunting, are you going to die? You know, what does it change? You know, it doesn't actually change anything. And so we really, really need to have a rethink of all of these things. Just this dry season that passed, Mr. Sintaro, or Chief Sintaro, lost a lot of his rice farms to bushfires. That can actually make somebody poor for the rest of his life. But we thank God he's coping well, but it could have happened to someone and maybe the story wouldn't have been the same. That's by way of my opinion today on my Northern Achiever. We are going to go for a very quick breather. When I come back, I introduce my guest to you. Trust me, it's going to be a cracker. So don't go away, stick and stay. We'll be back shortly. It is the return of Miss Damba. In 2021 is the year the women are going to be giving us the importance of Miss Damba to every young Ghanaian woman out there. So just sit back, relax, let's enjoy the show.
My name is Nakari. Miss Damba has really opened my eyes to see and learn about the culture of my ethnic group.
My name is Maria. Miss Damba has made me speak in public without any fear. Oi, never become Miss Damba. Nana.
Well, my partner, Miss Damba has unearthed my true potentials, and today I know my worth as a woman.
For you out there, what are you waiting for? Pick up a form at a cool 100 Ghana cedis from Sagani TV and Za Radio, both in Tamale, Dasma Radio in Yendi, Beat FM in Bimbala, ABM Radio in Zabzogo, or call the following number. So be a part of this pageant show and win to become a brand ambassador for Sonteba Ghana, a brand new car attached to it, and so many other prizes to be won. Miss Damba 2021 is open to every tribe in the north. To sponsor this program, please call the following numbers. Miss Damba 2021 is powered by Tamale Jamana Adam Musa. Miss Damba 2021 showcases our culture. Thank you so very much for staying on with me on my Northern Achiever on Sagani TV. My name is Abdul-Jalil Naabeli. Like I said before, today I have with me a very great personality, someone who really have a lot to share with us. You know, they say there is a lot of wisdom in old age, and during his youthful days, he did a lot, and he's still doing a lot for Dagbang and for the North as a whole. My guest today is none other than the one and only Alhaji Abdulai Yahya, popularly known as Alhaji Abdulai Chairman. Thank you so much. Alhaji, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for accepting to be on the show.
Thank you.
I do believe that by the end of this program, a lot of we the youth who really care to understand and listen to you would go home with something better and will never be the same.
I also pray the Almighty Allah will direct me as to what to say to present a correct and accurate issue for this discussion. Indeed,
we thank you so much. So we are going to creep straight forward to the program itself now by beginning to ask you about who you really are. We see you a lot, but if one was to ask you who is Alhaji Abdulai Chairman, how would you describe yourself?
Yes, I am Abdulai Yahya Urshena Ayili.
Okay.
My father was the late Urshena Yahya. He died 7th March 1958.
Okay.
Barely
a year after.
63 years, 3 months today.
Wow.
And that is where I come from. And my father was the chief. His father was Urshena. My senior brother, my uncle, next after my father, was also Urshena. My senior brother, Isa Yahya, was a Urshena until today.
Okay. So he's still the Urshena?
No, currently we have my other brother who is also Urshena.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So let's begin by asking again. You said your father died over 63 years today.
Ago.
How old was you? How old were you then?
I was over 20. By then I was in middle school. I was in middle school. I was a grown-up person before going to school.
Okay.
I am the second born to my mother.
Okay.
Myself and my siblings were 8. 2 female and 6 male.
Okay.
Female first. My mother's firstborn was a female, followed by me, and 6 others behind me.
Okay.
Yes, my second after me went to school 44.
Okay.
I went to school 48. The difference was my uncle took my mother's firstborn to Wa,
who
was then a veterinary officer. Took him to Wa and sent him to school at that place. 4 years later, before the Lamashao Primary School was built.
Okay.
And the then education officer was called Bryant.
Okay.
He invited all the chiefs within Tamale and told them that bring all your children, not your grandchildren, male or female, not your grandchildren, not your niece or nephew.
Your own children.
Your own children. That gave me the opportunity to go to school.
Wow.
Hence, I would not have gone because my mother's firstborn was with my father's firstborn, who was married elsewhere.
Okay.
I stayed with my father. First after me, that is my mother's thirdborn, was also with my uncle, Ushana Yahebla.
Okay.
And second after me, my mother's fourborn went to Wa. So I went to school, a grown-up person.
Okay.
And that time, it was only Barabara School and then Koko School. That was the schools that were in Tamale. So until then my father came and said, Abdulai, yele paga. Ben lagantma. Beyeltimene tizama te bidolsina. Nyimimbe yinwo. Atuzobi Sulemana obi aba presane. Abukar ngompozo obi aba presane. Tolinzo nyine ni chance sikuruma me yurunwa boku bekum. I chance shukuru nyimpa mama kaleba. And that was exactly what I was doing. When I get to classes, they ring the bell for recreation. I quickly come out
to your house.
No, I ran out with my
sickle
to look for grass. That was what I was doing. Until from primary school to middle school, that was what I was doing. So,
you know, how difficult was this? Because I believe that today in our world, if you had horses and your children had to go through what you went through, I'm not sure they would have even obeyed you.
Well, I obeyed because my father was somebody I fear and respect. So whatever he tells me, I did. So basically, I was not the only child. And my mother was not the only wife, but we cooperate. We live together. That was how we were.
There are lessons that we really need to learn from some of these things. How has that helped you? You know, like you rightly said, if it is our day-to-day, I'm going to be like, am I the only child in this house? Why are you always asking me to do this and to do that? But you cooperated. Like, how has that benefited you?
Greatly, greatly. For instance, I went to school, I married myself, and finally, I was made the mayor of Tamale. The teacher who taught me ABC in P1, I was the mayor of Tamale. He was DC for Savrugu. You see the difference? I was appointed mayor of Tamale. He was appointed DC for Savrugu. So who was senior?
Wow.
That was the difference. So for me, I thank the Almighty that at that time, I listened, I took instructions from my father and mother, and I obeyed them. So today, things are going wayward. But however, it is not yet bad.
Okay.
Depending upon who you are and how you treat your children. Basically, let them understand that, yes, that is well, but you have to train them to live for tomorrow.
Wow. Now let's come to talk about education.
Yes.
Because this is something, a lot of people see you today and they don't even know you are educated.
Yes.
Now, which schools did you attend from primary to middle and to tertiary?
Yes, I went to Lamashao Primary.
Okay.
To Kalpwan Middle.
Okay.
To Nyankpala Agri College.
Yeah. So, which is now UDS, Nyankpala campus.
Yes.
Now.
And thereafter,
okay,
I was posted to Palong, 10 miles away from Savrugu.
Okay.
For 1 year, I was there. The following year, I was posted to Savrugu. And the villagers there protested my living Palong.
Oh.
So they went to the then officer, who was called Collins, and pleaded with him to let me remain there. So Collins and one Mr. Dami sent for me and told me, well, this is what your villagers told me. I want you just pick 2 items from your room and leave the place. Whatever you write whatever you're leaving behind, we'll pay, but we don't want you to stay there. They never knew you. We sent you there. We know why you were there, and we know why we are sending you to Savrugu. And that was exactly what I did. I wrote down the items that I was leaving behind, and I told them I was going to some place. They didn't see me taking anything.
So they believed that you would come back.
For a week, I never returned. For 2 weeks, they saw me in Savrugu. And market day, they saw me. So when I went to the officer, I presented the items to him, and then they worked and paid me. So I went and I bought new ones. That was what went on.
So now, what were you doing in that village? What's the name again?
Palong.
Palong.
Yes.
What were you doing there that the people
I was
got
to introduce commercial farming.
Okay.
And introduce fertilizer to the farmers. Commercial farming was, there was a tractor waiting for any farmer
who was willing to farm as much as he wants to. Okay.
And they said the tractor was too heavy to go to their field. If they take it to their field to dampen harden the place. So they were not prepared to receive it. The fertilizer, they say no. So For my stay for Palang, anybody who was looking for me, he was only coming to look for plate for a bottle of diesel for his lantern, or a gallon for
kerosene.
grinding mill.
Yeah.
That was what was happening. So for 1 year, nobody ever used the fertilizer. Only the guinea fowls went under it, hatched, and came out with young ones. Today that they are chasing it, they are buying.
People are chasing
then that time nobody wanted it. And we were told to inform them that use your farm as your working place. Farm, commercial farm, and express whatever you want to, and then you sell, that will give you money. They were not prepared to do it. They only buy 1 or 2 acres, that was enough for them.
Okay, so after yante bjalfu zanpa anye wumso bjalfu sham zanku de babande anda chan shukuru ka cer war warate ntir warsham yursham wumsir bo ka hanya dundon funi ka wula kala la wumso ngoma to song anja kartu la anja sham
mamman to be nan bi ma to ku ga zon hali kantuna middle school in that traka tinken shele tiyan don me jinla sambane kamba don sambane hali sometimes 9 o'clock be 10 o'clock ko pedu that nan kai ogbana kai kami kwento don be kai simpa e be lo shel tunda be shel number so e to shel da kan
okay
dimi to biala ka mba bo ha yala ka kan ya ka kyan bokanunda na bien mba ku sai na yu sambane.
Okay, right. So I took you now from Savulugu. When you went there as the agric officer there, how long did you spend? How many years did you spend there? And what reforms did you bring?
Yes, I was there for 1 year.
Okay,
and I had the opportunity to go for a workshop at Kumasi. What happened was, at any given time, I went in for my pay. There was always £1 or £2 on top of it, more than my actual salary.
Okay.
So what I did was, I always present back the money. Then the officer watched me, and then I sat with my friends and said, "Don't one thing is something. You think man could dig in your Then one of my friends said, don't want to Jew man. Man, how man is young, but I'm the pump. He is a viable man, and but not knowing that whatever I say, the man relates to the white man and other officers. So when there was this chance of going to Kumasi for a workshop, they met and invited me and said, don't tell anybody. But immediately after Christmas, New Year, go to Kumasi for a workshop. I got to Kumasi. The day I arrived, I met somebody. I never knew he was even there. And he asked me, what was I there for? I said, I was for a workshop. I said, Abla, katukwe wara kan jiamo, kakana bumbo workshop na kakana. And I said, a Greek officer. I said, so you know katin program. And I said, well, if the so young and mbora, I'm a bring a kanje. And that was where I was recruited to the army. For 3 weeks, I was in the army. I was under training until news got to my family, my mother and my uncles. I've learned a chang, kumama, a chang to kill a suji. You pass your double as you ma can but as you know, the workshop ma. Then my uncles came to Kumasi, went and approached one Alhaji Muhammadu, a Dagumba person, late now. and pleaded with him. He brought them to the camp. Then they marched me before them and asked me, what was I coming to do? And I said, yes, I was coming to a workshop at Agric.
But this opportunity came along the line.
Came, so I agreed and I joined. Say no, we only enlist army men during regime, during war, without telling them who you are, where you are. But currently, we are at peace. So if you were coming here, you have to inform your family that you will go to army. Otherwise, we cannot take you. Wow. That was what happened. So virtually, they discussed. They said, okay, go, we'll see you later. And by evening time, they brought a truck and put me in and sent me to my uncles. So from there, I came. That
was how you went in and out of the army. But at least you had 3 weeks training.
Yes, yes.
How was the training?
Well, it was because first, number one, they pulled my underwear down, held my pee, look at my foot, look at everything, and say, well, sir, we have got a good officer.
Wow.
And that was it. So I thank God I was there. Thereafter, it was there I met the late Alhaji Alasan Imoro. Also, let me say, and check Alhaji Zolkolbe Rahmani. Omuno Pawno Bino Binuma and Zomba number and check out Bia Rahmani. The youngers Pamba Bendang Tony and check out Bavuhi and check up Dushima Ramasi Yellow. Tizanya Binyan. I'm a Benachang ma. The tabma, the bubinyanga, the song baby, the bubba via, the timber yella. Now in check of Bear Rahmani. So then the chance yamba can Alhaji Asan Nyama. Ah, Kambuashi Tamam Bunji. How come? Then I told him I came for a workshop, and thereafter, saying Azo Lanka Hotel. Amile, ma, Emile. Odara lu kabna masaura kan yiho dimani to ne yiho ma kazanti kofi yi sokuto nyiwo kofi kwento don sokuto nego hotel mituma batum la ma kati bo ashe tama bonje amemini asmanda be mbi doro nya asma to mbolme ne to kuli kati di hotel ma wanda ya makanya to ma anko ya mashin ma nkuto kwe hotel man she nye nzoma we sai fine we sai nku dire because one day no amlia manda nyo obuda bocha.
Okay, check out to kula za za ka go chant to fu kon kalabna nta ndi tawe no pumpon atiba kula za asirme lala hotel ba yeto alachi da dili oda ba dili oda shirme lo zo shawara oda ba mare dimi do ko papa azasa ti bu to fu kon kalabna tanyala bayan za to e katinji amfani shaldin be alachi ni kurlum ne ni chan ka ta Sagani TV mai no na ci ba ka gudu ta kan na pumpon.
Where the Miss Damba pageants are going to be housed. Isn't it magnificent? Ghana Hotel is indeed one of its kind in the northern region and in Ghana as a whole. This is one of the rooms that is going to host the pageants. There's a couch here in this room where you can sit and watch television. The couch itself is very comfortable. There is a cabin, the cupboard, the wardrobe, so to speak. It's just incredible. There's so many spaces for everyone. Women, they love clothes, so there's a lot of space for everyone. There is this place where you can do your makeup, sit down, and you comb your hair, you do your makeup, your pomps, your powder, your foundation, and everything. And and so this is the bed. Very comfortable, extremely comfortable. This is going to take 2 women. There's a fridge here, where we'll stock it with water and drinks, because we have a lot of drink sponsors coming on board, and so we are going to always stock it with some drinks so that you always chill and cool off here at Ghana Hotel as a pageant. Can you imagine? This is where, ladies, you are going to be easing yourself whenever you need to do to use nature's call. You know, can you imagine? Look at the waist beam alone will tell you that Ghana Hotel is not a joke. And this is where you can always, you know, have your teeth brush, you know, and you know the design alone, everything about it is just incredible. And there's a jacuzzi, you know, where you can sit in, fill it with water and play around. The shower is there, everything. Coming here alone for 8 good weeks, it's not a joke. And you know, I entreat everyone out there, every young lady, this is an experience you can never miss. Pick a form for just 100 Ghana cedis at Sagani TV and ZA Radio, both in Tamale. You can get one in Yendi at Dasuma Radio. There is Beat FM in, you know, Bimbala, ABM Radio in Zabzuru, and so many other affiliates across the north. But you can also call us, you know, on the numbers on your screen so that at least you can get the form wherever you are. Remember that Miss Number 2021 is open to every young Ghanaian woman from the north. Miss Number 2021, indeed, showcasing our culture.
It's Web on the Beat.
All right, the number just come on. Governor Ordinary Chief Sagani TV. So you Abdul-Jalil Naabeli. Zongo daf so ngomene Alhaji Abdulai Chairman. Onyela Tamale Mayor Kuro. Katukulu be alizama pune. Tukuntu makana wanda mpilege tumasham wanda nya agric officer nte chante keso dia bielfuka beyi ona ka onye hotel tumaka bunaza maludulu ami wondie bi ku die tinyala ban yamba. Alhaji tocha atutu ni mani.
Ni rapana kanye nchantinye Alhaji asma nanzo magbana mbo. Amin. Ancho ko be rahman. Amin. Nyonye nyenye Alhaji asan kumasam ko yanne obomaje. Omi yana obormu no zan hotel ma guruma kan ya shi kuna tun asawa dama muna kumbe muna wai kai ku je mama na ku biyan ma masha Allah so on yalla ma mula miyo nan ban kene ne biya kan can inti ya Alhaji asan maya anda yalla tawumiya ndiya ko yana to na mun yan ya shan yan ka ku hotel ma puni ka tuma du tale so du ma puni biya yuma yo kambe du mana hali ka obisha ban be school ka betupa
hotel da number cha ta ne Alasan hotel duk konda ne hotel ta ma
duk konda
so from hotel ma Abdul-Jalil hotel room man you are yob okay
hali dentian check hotel ma boy sonda kan na hotel ma ne
okay
kayila man karuna
okay
mbala sanwami omi bielbi nda bala
okay
komi perna tuzura kayim kabuyi kabuta to onzu halita pai kambla minini anno sema kan chanti un report kap kan te bago kan te di nun powder yose table zo ko no bien on tapsil ben shel kamza kabnya ko onu bien ka on ba perma mi yel ne shekan kiwo kamel ne ku kiwo si on ku kiwo ngozo kan zan ka zan wata ko princessa day after ka zan wata ko tu ben zan wata ko ka ti kiwo sai kai mu point injia be sai ko kana abla no hankali sai ko kana abla no hankali savugu ne ma be yamala nan ton ma be yamala kumonu ma be yamala tamale pamba ne ye to biarne pama to kan bagma hali te pa kan yele yan nan ka lafiya din zo yan su maka kullu to
sa ma yob mani
21st April 67 kan yini mani ha to ne yini mani nkula yan nda testing officer da bi yon kabono kwashi
okay
ka lori shelu ko zan o boy man te check up quality ma tipanda nyere kan check up mamale Ka lori shi olanya lori shi na lori ba yi tipan ma ko che ka kwatma. Kam de lori no man kwa me haiti PWD every day danya za lori kam ida ma 7 pounds 10 shillings a day. So de ba yi ma danya la 15 pounds. Ka rebuild besane 67 68 hali kapte mpuma tunshel kan bolore mbinyela lore kan zonga yonza mbinyela lore so ni binyela lore ma kan gbag manzia hali te pai ka campaign pai kan nan campaign into Progress Party.
Okay.
Progress Party.
Okay. But for capture and campaign to Basham woman. Wula kadana hakati lala politics na hayin tumi ba kamin ba tumi ta ba ka atinin da campaign.
Ni rabi Alasan Hotel ma na anda tuma yurlim pamna salo. So kam da yurma me. Kam me so so kam.
Okay.
De kuton kama hanka ka be hotel kama hotel mun be mo kan di wahala. De kane I be yura $5,000 a month I be hotel mo. Anye niveau so mun so into 20,000 ba a day. Nyama Indians that be Syrians that be on. Min kuzia kaso kanti mane beringom na no babu no o ya India. Then so olorun bom 150 series na. Kadi la kabratima. So tam kam da kunya la ben yara. La hali katakala ma. So basically manda annunsiam nyala ban yamane nzan me campaign kan beto zane ka withdraw biala ka be force yama kan zane kan nan campaign ma ka buzi nyama ka gumdin yatwa kanya activities so kamuno yango damongu na lirgu na ya katicha wanti yanku ko bama was full name kan sabe into Kosta. So this Ibrahim Muhammad daddy Lawyer Ibrahim Muhammad mun daddy yan okwa ka mezia ka omno party danya now National Alliance of Liberals ka me be Progress Party no be Progress Party ma ka Progress Party me 104 seats 104 seats. So mandazi makaboy ma kancha ko yana nka manzi man CV man kanza in certificates na nno mo bensan antancha obi ma no more than enough. So basically ni man ka yama be appoint my Mayor of Tamale.
Wow.
So nakuna not only that mandanya deputy regiments just like this one regiments on mbetano to
deputy
so la mandabi council mandabi
kalanya deputy regional minister
then la lamparanya minister ma nim kurgundanyo want to break down
okay
so what I could break down
actor in his capacity
so ko brief ma la hali ka tegbo hali ka Acheampong tenyo o patashi mpeni yare
Acheampong ya patashi
mpeni yare so ngba ministers ma to mangram nda resist la kuma mini Maxwell Owusu Masi
okay
tenunda resist kuma manda dealer information no one ayiti Acheampong mami that time telephone da befia ashila IK Acheampong okay kamangumna ayiti Acheampong so vet biati anila kambo pressman kaya yeah I'm calling on ayiti Acheampong to step down. Otherwise, I'll move troops from the north to capture Accra. That landed me
in trouble.
So, Koko isolated. Kacheka.
That was a bold statement to me.
Yes. Then
no, but let's stay on that. What was your motivation? Like when that
I was serving the government that he overthrew.
Indeed, but how sure were you that you could actually? Was it just a threat, or you really meant what you said?
I was in power. I know what I was doing. Almost for the police respect me, the army respect me. I was just so virtually when I spoke to the press and then the press relayed it to Accra. They kept it. It wasn't played. And he sent one W.W. Bruce Kunwa. And I knew Bruce Kunwa's uncle was Minister of Health at Busia's regime. Not knowing that he was only coming to put me under house arrest.
So that means he had betrayed his uncle.
And arrested me, kept me in Garum till the following day, then removed me from Garum to the prisons here, and I stayed here for 1 year until the late Feli, Major Feli, and then Colonel Idisa sent police army to come and pick me to them. So they removed me from the prisons to the camp. No, to regional. Idisa was the regional minister then.
Under the coup. Under Acheampong.
Under Acheampong.
Okay.
So we went there. They took me there, and Feli said, "Hey, Chief, sorry." Then I knocked my head, and he said, "Well, we felt to invite you for one or two things. The other, what I want to say is, why did you change the name Tamasco to Bewa Secondary? We don't belong to Bewa family. We are not Bewa family. And I am Major Feli because of Tamasco. And he says, I am Colonel Idisa because of Tamasco. And you change the name without consulting us. We could have changed the name, but we decided to invite you here, get home, take a rest about 2 weeks, reconvene your members, and then change the name back
to Tamasco.
Tamasco. That was exactly what I did. And I took my freedom. So that is.
Let's come to talk about your days as the mayor of Tamale. What did you do apart from, like we just mentioned? That means it was under your regime that you changed the name to Bewa Secondary. What other things did you do?
A lot.
Okay.
The Ababu market.
Okay.
I opened it. Wow. I was in charge of all plots within Tamale. All plots I allocate. It was part of my duty. So I directed survey to mark a portion for Banjili to open a filling station, which they did. Then thereafter, I pushed some of the people from Old Market to that area. Then, because of mayorship, the government allocated some money to my office.
Okay.
Then we started construction roads within Tamale. Then I opened Ambaria, where current Ambaria.
Yeah.
I gave them the plot.
Okay.
Then Sheikh Bayan, the school, I allocated the place to him. Then they will put up the building today. In the evening, the people will come and demolish it. So what I did was so that nonsense I check a prince in Zimbabwe, you know, one time.
I can't remember.
So, I can't say,
I don't have you try to do. But he has
so now, no, you call. Then I know Passion Bama. Then the old cemetery was getting filled up because it was close to Sheikh Ambaria's, Sheikh Bayan's
institute.
So what I did was I instructed them to look for a
place so where you can relocate.
They look at Wamale and then look at the far. And when they brought the elders within me, because I had imams, I had chiefs.
Yeah.
They said, "I na so mba took to zank people to ban them pull. Then that time Kumasi Road was here. Say I cutting to zank Kumasi to make people can pull. And so the bomb was here. Then I redirect and then they
came to Zugyong.
This Zugyong. 1970, I moved that place. 1970 to Zuyung.
Oh, Alhaji Biya ni bi tijwi ni bala ti ta ni ni churu pam ko churu yam no pal ba. La ka da shi no.
To madam na do ma. Nibu na encroach gwa.
Biya mi ya.
Nibu na encroach ni ma.
Atola brata.
Dem bi nba. Mbon so kam bod me no nyu mama ye. So person da do ma za ha. Nibu encroach ni.
Na alza. Okay, let's stay on your political benwama. So Mayor Nya, I believe Zosun pa karayen no kama Acheampong dia ka to ti threat ka ko ya ko gba ga ko ko bravo no da chwata pulu anina jira ko
initially well the matter passing so them da para nya nda manda da mamang lulu
okay
na ko pe office 3 weeks ka nda bolore ntipa na malore kabla bolma nte ngoliza for 2 years kan chang brisco nte inspecting lord na mara ko pienzia kan chang inspector ka boy engineer ma yoda bona tilo cook
okay
ya alamo ko we the price kan ye checkbook na nsane ko na what if you are paying cash I'll give you 2 years guarantee. So that was what happened. 2 years ma be pay. Ka seize the power. Kan chan use me ka 1 Henry Kojo Jaba. Oti ko Jaba.
Yeah.
Oba. Ko kayon na ngunda nye president of Ghana Football Association.
Okay.
For 3 weeks there was no flight to Tamale. Ko en charter taxi can you catching yourself, but why should you charter a taxi here? I will release my car to you. And that I gave it to him. 7 miles to Kumasi. That time, there was fog late in the night. They drove into the fallen tree and crashed the vehicle there. Until today, even Otiko Jaba, I spoke to him so many times until she was made minister. Not even to see me. So well.
But when they crashed, they were safe.
They were safe.
Okay.
And Jamba rang to inform me that
this is what has happened,
and that he will replace it. A week later, Acheampong drank his akwateshi, and then.
No, this akwateshi of Acheampong, I can see that somehow it is something that is paining you a lot.
Very.
Now, why is it paining you? Was his coup not justified?
Well, he was the best person to say whether it was.
But was Acheampong on track to develop in Ghana?
I couldn't see him doing anything.
No, Acheampong.
I couldn't see him.
Busia, was Busia on track?
Yes. Yes.
What policies did he bring that made you think that?
A lot. A lot. But also he was preaching. Almost don't receive gifts. It is corrupts. That sort of thing. Anywhere he goes, he was more or less a pastor or a reverend minister. He was preaching. So until Acheampong seized power and took all of us to detention. Myself, my minister, they arrested him in Kumasi, Accra, arrested Self-Umura, Upper East Minister in Accra. They brought all of them to Tamale here. They came and met us. Yeah.
So then fast forward, during the Acheampong regime, it got to a point in time when it was clear that Acheampong his regime was short-lived. Rawlings and Co came and did the coup, gave it back to Liman through civilian rule.
Yes.
What happened after you were released from prison during Acheampong?
Well, I didn't take it kindly, and we were doing our own thing.
Okay.
And on so many occasions, Acheampong ordered my arrest. I've been detained 4 times. They attacked my house 2 times. And the fifth one was kill him or demolish his building.
Wow.
So it got to me. I left the country.
To where in particular?
I left the country.
To where?
I left the country.
Now I want to know where you
I
went.
left the country. So I was in exile for 2 years.
Okay.
Until the overthrow of
Acheampong.
Then
you came back.
So
but did they
I was in exile with Justice NYB Adade, Aram Ponsa, Dr. T.K. Aboye.
Okay.
T.K. Aboye.
Okay.
Then General Afrifa. So we were about.
But you did not run to the same place. You dispersed.
I was in exile.
Okay. All right. So Alhaji was in exile, and so that is where we're going to draw down the curtains here for a quick breather. We'll come back and find out whether we'll be able to push Alhaji to tell us where he was, what happened to his colleagues, were they together, and every other thing that matters. Don't go away, stick and stay way back shortly.
It is the return of Miss Damba in 2021 is the year. The women are going to be giving us the importance of Miss Damba to every young Ghanaian woman out there. So just sit back, relax, let's enjoy the show.
My name is Nakari. Miss Damba has really opened my eyes to see and learn about the culture of my ethnic group.
My name is Maria. Miss Damba has made me speak in public without any fear. Oi, never become Miss Damba. Nana.
Well, my partner, Miss Damba has unearthed my true potentials, and today I know my worth as a woman.
For you out there, what are you waiting for? Pick up a form at a cool 100 Ghana cedis from Sagani TV and Za Radio, both in Tamale, Dasma Radio in Yendi, Beat FM in Bimbala, ABM Radio in Zabzogo, or call the following numbers. So be a part of this pageant show and win to become a brand ambassador for Sonteba Ghana, a brand new car attached to it, and so many other prizes to be won. Miss Damba 2021 is open to every tribe in the north. To sponsor this program, please call the following numbers. Miss Damba 2021 is powered by Tamale Jamana Adam Musa. Miss Damba 2021 showcase our culture.
Thank you so very much for staying with me on my Northern Achiever on Sagani TV. I am the king of prime time here in the north. Take it or leave it, that is what it is. My name is Abdul-Jalil Naabeli, and I'm here today with a great man, a senior citizen. You know, he has seen it all in life, and he's also an old man, and we are getting a lot of wisdom. Several things he said that me, I have taken a lot from him. I do believe that my fellow youth are also taking something from him as well. We are at Ghana Hotel, and I always will tell you, and I'll keep telling you, that Ghana Hotel is the best hotel you can find here in Tamale. Wherever you are, whenever you want to come to the north, please remember that there's a home away from home, and that is no other place than Ghana Hotel. What do you want here in Ghana Hotel that you cannot find? You know, sometimes you look at their rooms and you feel like it is a presidential lodge. Just like we are playing our ad about Miss Damba, you can see one of the standard rooms, and Charlie is just incredible. And so wherever you are, whenever you want to come to Tamale, please remember that there is no other place to go to but Ghana Hotel. So Alhaji, let's come to continue with the exile. How was life in exile? How difficult is it to be forced out of your own territory?
It wasn't easy. However, the refugee status covered me.
Okay.
And they give me laissez-passer to travel to any part of the world.
Okay, so that means you were in a francophone country.
Yes.
Laissez-passer. So we'll get to unveil where Alhaji was. I'll find out a way of getting Alhaji to tell us.
I will stop there.
Okay. Was that country far away from Ghana?
I was in exile.
Okay. but like, how difficult was it for you, especially in your family?
Yes.
Basically.
I thank the Almighty. I thank the Almighty. I thank the Almighty. My family, the good Lord showered His blessings on them. And where I was, we were also given some money.
Okay.
Even though I don't pay room fee, I don't pay food, I don't buy food, anything I don't do. But I was given $250 cedis every month.
Okay.
That's 250 sifa every
okay.
month. So what I did was, whatever I get, I organize and send to my family.
Okay. But when they said they should either kill you or demolish your home, did they actually demolish your house when you...
They brought a bulldozer there and parked it by my house until my return. It got damaged and remained there.
Wow.
The Almighty Allah.
So you returned and met it. How long were you away in exile?
I was away in 2 years.
Wow. But that was even better. It was short. Some people were in exile for quite longer periods. Now, so you came back because, was it right after the Rolling School, or you came after Liman had been elected as president?
No, after Rolling School,
okay.
I came.
All right.
And when I returned, we all met, we those in exile met, and we agreed that it was only one party that we were to form.
Okay.
And that was the Progress Party, or any other party that might align itself to
Busia and his ideals.
So, but when we came, they were running up and down, because by then Busia pushed money to. DJ Darocha came to me and said, well, Abdulai, we want you to organize the North.
Okay.
And see what we can do so that we will vote in block.
Okay.
So that we will cater the needs of the North. Then the following week, one Acheampong, he knows me, I know him. He came to me, the same topic, and said they were forming UNC. I said, well, I'm aligned to Darocha.
Okay.
And whatever they are forming. And that was the PFP. So I was there. Then again, Acheampong came that he's told that Darocha brought sacks of money to me. Cash. It burnt me like fire. So I said, no, you can't push this hot issue to me like that. I have not received anything from anybody. Did you give me anything? Say no, but he here. Say well. So what I did was, I ignored UNC and PFP, and myself and Dr. Bilson, we both met at the prison detention. So we met and formed the Third Force Party. I was the national chairman of the Third Force Party. Dr. Bilson was the presidential candidate of the Third Force Party. And Mr. Obengmenu was my general secretary of the party. So we ran that party 69 until Hillary Man won. So I required setback. And then within a short period, he was overthrown again. So that is it. So for me, what made me annoyed was that JB Darocha brought sacks of money to me. I didn't receive anything. He comes to me, he stay with me. You, Acheampong, sometimes you come and stay with me. So I say, no, if that is the case, let me, if I form any other party and anybody who feels he has money with me, he will come out.
Yeah.
He will attack me or he will put me before court. And nobody. So I remain until the overthrow of Busia, Liman. Then I recoil back to my farm. I had tractors.
So all this while you were farming?
I'm a trained farmer.
Yeah, and agriculture is so to say.
I had 4 tractors. And when I was in exile, they arrested the tractors, took them to police station, decapitated everything. No ties, no battery, everything, no starter, everything was removed. So we agreed that I should petition the government, which I did, only to present the paper to FWK Akufo.
Okay.
And then the following week, they seized power.
Oh.
So I just kept quiet. That was my predicament until, again, we managed to run up and down and back to my farm. Until today, they have not said anything. They took my deep freezer and others. I don't know where to get.
No compensation for it since then? Okay.
And finally,
you have been through a lot of experiences, you know. What are some of the lessons that you have learned as a politician that you think the younger politicians today can learn from you as well?
Be honest. Be honest and be truthful.
Okay.
Before I was appointed Mayor of Tamale, I had tractors. I had a Honda motor.
Okay.
And then I had a taxi. So when they seized power, they thought I had plenty of money. Yes, for almost about 4 months, I didn't take my salary because my tipper money was with me. I was enjoying, and I was helping society. So the politics is not to make money. To help society, to help your people, and to help mankind. That is what I was doing.
Okay. Right, so this is where the curtains are going to be drawn down on this particular session, because there's a lot we would have to learn from Alhaji, and we're yet to get his piece of advice to the youth, generally to parents, to Dagbon, to the North, and to Ghana as a whole, because remember, he's been a politician. He's been a lot of things. You know, he's done a lot for himself, for society, and for the country as a whole. And so what we're going to do is we will have to continue with this segment next week, so that at least we can probe him further. Remember, he's been in a plane crash before. He's been through a lot that we would still uncover from next week going. But need I remind you that Miss Number 2021 is on. The forms are being sold now. Limited forms available anyway. So if you are a lady out there and you believe in your capabilities, do not do yourself. Go get yourself a form now. There's a brand new car at stake. Sontaba Ghana to make you an ambassador if you eventually become the winner, and so many other interesting prizes to be won as well. And remember, we'll be visiting a lot of interesting places. And Ghana Hotel, of all hotels in Tamale, is hosting Miss Number 2021. And imagine the excitement, you know, the experience that you will go through, the exposure that you get as a young lady. So go get your form at either Sagani TV or Zar Radio in Tamale. You can get some in Dasuma Radio in Yendi or JT Multi-Home, also in Yendi. You can also get one at Bid FM in Bimbla or ABM Radio in Zabzo. You can call Alpha Junior. The numbers are rolling right about now in Wa to get yourself one. Weezy is in Boku in the Upper East region. You can get some from him, or you can call any of the other numbers that are rolling on your screens now. Until next week, when we meet again to continue with Alhaji Abdulai Chairman. It is bye-bye from now from me. My name is Abdul-Jalil Naabeli. Remember, I am the son.